Hi guys, how are you? It's been a while that I haven't done like a show that when I'm saying hi. So I'm going to work. It's so hot, guys. Today is 100 degrees. Oh my goodness, even getting out of the house. It's so sunny, but I gotta go to work. First of all is to thank you for supporting my channel, for subscribing. If you're new here, welcome to Charities Bible USA, your #1 channel. Here we talk about the green card, we talk about life in the US, we talk about everything in the US. So for those who do not know me and for those who are new in the channel, my name is Charity Nganga, and I live here in the US, and I like just to show you how real it is here in the US. Now, like right now, I'm going to work. I am going to pull a 16-hour shift. So when I go right now, I'm gonna go in at 2. I will be back tomorrow in the morning at 6. So that's how busy it gets because you have to work. I'm trying to work very hard this summer because next semester I am going back to school. And when I go back to school, guys, I can't work. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Always like my videos, guys. I love those likes, and thank you for liking them, for those who have been liking my videos. And also leave a short comment, interact. Interaction is good, guys. Interaction is really good. I'm waiting for here at the intersection before I go. So always leave that short comment. If you have a question, ask. So today I'm going to talk about several things that have come across. Some people have asked me. And so the first thing that I'm going to talk about is about DV 2022 people. Now, I want a little bit of coldness because it's so hot. I'm starting to sweat. So for the DV 2022, if you have not received your second 2NL by August 30th, forget about it, guys. Now that applies to you and your derivatives or your family members. So don't sweat on it. August 30, it's done. It's gone. Now, people are impatient, I know. And people have been asking, oh, this is my case number. I haven't received my 2NL. Like, what should I do? All that I can tell you is to wait, guys. This process, like I normally tell you, is that you never know. But what they say is that they send you the second 2NL when your visa is available. So I cannot help. I like to be honest. I cannot help, but you can only be patient, have faith, and pray. That's all that I can tell you, because nobody knows. Because they say, if you read on travel.state.gov about that process, you find that it tells you that you will be notified when your visa is available. Now, so that's one. So that one is done. There's another one that I want to talk about DV 2023. There's someone who has reached out to me, and they told me that they were told by someone in the cyber that they had filled out the green card for them and that they had won. But they were telling them they needed to give them some money so that they could tell them. They weren't willing to share the confirmation number so that other person can, know the process, and because that notification letter you get when you win your green card, it gives you further instructions on how to fill out your DS-260 and how to go about it. So it was kind of sad, and that is why I have my channel here to tell you guys to be self-reliant. I turn there so that you can see where I'm going. Just be self-reliant and know that you do not have to rely on other people to fill out the green card for you. That is if you do not want to have these challenges, because there are some people out there who will tell you, I am going to fill out the green card for you, and you are and after you have been selected, they want to extort money from you before they give you the confirmation number. It's sad, guys, and that is why even the DV 2024, the one that's gonna start this year, I would like you guys to be ready to do the application for yourself. It is not hard. Go online, do the application for yourself, save your confirmation number so that when it comes next year in May, you will be able to check. It's not hard, guys. It's easy. It's very, very, very easy, so that you do not face that challenge, because the DV lottery, it's free to apply, but when you are doing the processing, that is where the money comes in. So can you imagine someone is asking you for a sum of money? And nowadays it's so hard. Everywhere it's hard, guys, and there's no money, and someone is asking you for money for nothing, because they sat behind their computer and they filled out your application for how many minutes? Maybe 10. So please, 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 for the DV 2024, the people who are coming on, please do not let someone do it for you. Do it for yourself, you know. And it's very, very, very important, because when you come here in the US, most of the stuff you will be doing for yourself. Nobody is going to be here to be helping you. You have to find out for yourself. Even our kids, the way we bring them up here in the US, we bring them up to be self-reliant. That child is able to do their stuff. They can wake up, they can make their bed, they can dress themselves up, they can feed themselves, you know what I mean? When they are growing, you try to teach them self-reliance, because you are not going to be doing all the stuff. I know the African way is different. You find that when someone is a child, maybe by the time of 5 years old, 6 years old, you're still relying on to help that child to do most of the things. But you find that here is a little bit different, because that's how life it is. It's individualistic. That's what that I can say. So that is that. So I encourage you guys, when the DV lottery comes in for DV 2024, please do it for yourself so that you do not encounter that problem. Now, I want to talk about something else. I have posted several videos of my husband's business, what he does here, and most people are asking me, is it paying, or how much money do you make? What I can tell you is that when you are in business, you make money. I don't want to discuss the further details about his money or whatever, because I am not authorized. That's not my information. If it's my nursing information, I can talk about that, because so many people are insistent. Maybe when I come with him on a live show, he can talk about it, and that's the way to go. But what I can tell you about business here in the US, when you have come in as an immigrant, you are new, you have just won your DV lottery, here is a little bit different. What you're supposed to do is to first of all forget about the way life was wherever you are in outside US, because you find that mostly in Africa, you'll find that most people, because of lack of jobs and because of like the way the system is, most people, when they finish school, they tend to rely on business. So you find that maybe someone has finished high school, they didn't have money to go on, they went for a course, a technical course, and they set up their business. That one happens a lot. But you find that here it's a little bit different, because the way it's set up is like most people work. They go to work, they are employed. That's kind of like most people, I would say, like most people are employed. And when you are thinking about a business, because there's this question that came in, that this person was like, tell me, and then I can know when I am coming in whether I am going to start a business or I am going to work. Now, when you come in straight from Africa, believe me, you are not going to be able to set up a business. That one is out of question. Because the first thing, here you have come to a foreign land. There are different ways. I tell you, if you compare US with Africa, it's totally different, guys. Very, very different. Even the way we drive our car, we drive our car on the other side. So it's different. So the first thing that you will be on your mind is you have come in. Maybe majority of people, when you're coming in, you don't have a lot of money, because when you convert the currency of where you're coming from with the US dollar, it's not much. It's a little bit. I remember when we came in, and that was 8 years ago, we had 100,000 Kenya shillings. But at that time, when we came in here, actually we changed that money in the airport. When we came in, it was only $1,000. Now, $1,000 is not much, guys. That's money that cannot even last you for a month, you know. So the first thing that you will come in is you will not have so much. So the first thing that you do is look for a job. Because When you get your green card, and that is why when you go for your interview, they will tell you to pay some amount for you to get your permanent resident card or your green card. You find that when you come in, you have to go apply for your social, and then after that, get your driver's license, know how to drive around, because you have to know the roads here. And you find that when you go to do driving, or when you go for your driver's test, you have to know, someone must have taught you like how to drive around here. And then you will go for your test at the DMV, and then they're going to test you, and then they're going to give you a driver's license. Now, after that, the next step is to look for a job. Because when we came here, my husband did not come here and just start to do his business. No, he didn't. He couldn't, because it's impossible. Why is it impossible? Number one, you do not know the ways of the US. Number two, there is culture shock, because things the way they are done here is not the way they are done wherever you came from. You need to know people. You need to know the systems. You don't just wake up in the morning. You know, even let me talk about Kenya, because I had a business in Kenya. You find that you pay the city council, right? Every year you have to pay the city council, you know, that license. You find that even here you have to do those applications. You have to have a license. You have to have all that. And when you're fresh from Africa, you are like the way I would say, you're kind of blind. It's not that you don't know things, you do, but since you have not lived in this country, you need to learn. So the first 5 years, I would say, like, you're just learning. That is why you find that you just work. Go to work. First of all, secure a home for yourself or for your family. Get an apartment. Get settled. Have somewhere to live, and secure that job. Then from there, after you have lived and you have known the ways of the US, that is when you will decide, am I cut out to go to school? Am I cut out to work? Because you find that, like I normally tell you guys, when you come here in the US, the job that you will get, even if you are a manager, you're not going to come and get a managerial job just because you came and you are a manager wherever you are. No, you're not going to get that. So you start from low. That's what happens. And when you start from low, then as you stay and as you get familiar, then you will decide, this is what I have seen, so do I want to start a business? Do I want to go back to school? So that because when you go back to school, like for example, I told you guys I started like a CNA, and when I went to the CNA work, I was like, I'm working so hard and I'm getting so much tired, and it's not so much money. So I decided, what if I went back to school and became a nurse? And that's why I decided to do that. Other people who go back to school, they decided to become engineers. The other people who go back to school and they decide to become something else, it doesn't matter. And that is where you will decide, do I wanna keep a business after you have settled down? So it's important, guys, because it doesn't stop you from doing anything when you're a permanent resident. And of course, eventually after 5 years, you can apply for your citizenship. That does not stop you. But I would be misguiding you if I told you that you just come from outside and then you come here and keep a business. It can be very, 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 very challenging. And you find that after, you can ask, what I can say is that advice can be given to someone who has lived here. Even the people who have lived here for a long time and they have businesses, they started by being hired. And then you find that if you keep a business here, you have to advertise. So you will have to know the avenues of where to go to advertise your business and what to do, so that like you have the good picture. Because if you don't go with a good picture, I know there are some people who are very successful in their businesses, and I also know that there are some people who failed miserably. For example, maybe you decided, I'm going to open a hotel. I know there are African hotels that are very successful, and people are doing well. But at the same time, I know that there are some people who have opened those hotels, but they have failed. They failed, but they did not fail because they did not do the right thing. They failed because of different factors. So What I can say and what I can advise anybody is that when you're coming in here, the first thing that I would want you to do is to look for a job. When you look for a job, after you have gotten the job and you have settled, you have understood the ways, the American ways, because they are very different, guys. It's just even talking, you find that it's different. After you have stayed here for like 3-4 years, your English is gonna be just slightly a little bit. It's gonna be slightly a little bit, because you find that you have to. It's like when they say, when you go to Rome, do as Romans do. So you find that your accent, it doesn't necessarily change like 100%, but you find that the way you will be speaking is gonna be a little bit different than the way you are speaking back in Africa. So that car, there's a policeman over there. Look at those flashing. I don't know if that car must have broken down, because when you're stopped by a policeman, you don't stop on the left, you stop on the right. You normally come to the right. So I'm still going, and I'm still trying like to make you understand the ways of the US. So for that person, about the business, when you win your DV lottery, come, stay, and then we talk about business, because that's how it goes, guys. So I always appreciate you for watching my videos. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, consider subscribing. Leave those comments there, ask those questions, guys. It's a little bit busy right now. It's so hot, guys. It's very hot. Oh my gosh, I am going to exit and there's a truck, but you find that now, like, you see that truck is coming, he doesn't have the right of way, so I am going to pass. I can't slow down because I'm in the highway. You can't slow down. I'm just gonna pass, and then he's gonna come back. You know what I mean? So there are so many things that you need to know, and we are gonna talk about this a little bit more. So thank you for joining me in this session. God bless you and have a good day. I know, I was looking at Facebook, and someone was saying that it's very, very cold in Nairobi. Very, very cold. And now here it's, oh my gosh, it's so hot that you don't even want to get outside. So guys, I'm going to talk to you soon. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Keep the comments coming, keep the questions coming, and I will see you in another time. Thank you and God bless you.